So, you've decided to fall down the BTS rabbit hole. You probably have some questions, don't you? Hi there! My name is Yami, and I am one of the podcast hosts on ARMYverse, a channel by ARMY for ARMY, full of endless BTS content in the form of discussions, music reviews, games, quizzes, educational videos, and more. This video was created to help new fans, or simply anyone curious, to understand everything that is available to you from BTS, to listen to watch, to read, to engage with, and above all else, to enjoy. I will be going through a series of videos on various topics, giving a high-level explanation of what it is, where you can find it, and a very general idea of what to expect. Everyone's BTS journey is different, and the joy of discovering what you like, connect with, and are moved by is totally yours, my dear baby ARMY. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this speed run through BTS content as I help you discover BTS. Alright, first things first, what should you know about BTS going in? BTS stands for Bangtan in Korean, which translates into English as Bulletproof Boy Scouts. In 2017, BTS also adopted another meaning for their acronym, which now also stands for Beyond the Scene. BTS is a group of 7 talented artists, backed by a Korean agency and label called Big Hit Entertainment. BTS debuted in June of 2013. And just a side note, if you don't know, debut is a common term used in the K-pop industry to mean the official release of an artist's first song or album. 7 years later, BTS are usually symbolized by this image of doors opening outward, or wings, and the color purple. And conversely, this image of doors opening inward symbolizes ARMY, which is the name that BTS gave their fandom. In another video, we'll explore the meaning of the ARMY name, the significance of the color purple, and what makes this fandom so very special. But today, this video is all about BTS. Speaking of BTS, let me give you a quick introduction. Here are our 7 handsome men, alongside their stage names: RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook. And here are their real names, with their family name listed before their given name, as is traditionally done in Korean. So we have Kim Namjoon, Kim Seokjin, Min Yoongi, Jung Hoseok, Park Jimin, Kim Taeyoung, Jung Jungkook of BTS. By the way, there are many ways you could categorize these 7 men, but I think it's more fun to discover those labels for yourself. The only designation I will show here is their usual role when making music. Though fair warning, whatever their roles were in the beginning of their career, these days they can pretty much all sing and rap. One more key designation. Kim Namjoon, otherwise known as RM, is the leader of the group. And finally, here are the years that each member was born in order from oldest to youngest. You might note that our dear leader is not the oldest. Since their debut in 2013, BTS have amassed over 7 years of music, performances, shows, interviews, and various other forms of entertainment for you to discover and enjoy. If looking at this list just made you feel a bit overwhelmed and intimidated, don't be. I don't think there exists an army on this entire planet who has consumed 100% of all BTS content over the course of their entire existence. All of us can only try to get our hands, eyes, and ears on what we can, and then try and keep up as BTS keep coming out with even more content. So if your next question is, what should I check out first? Well, the short answer is, anything you want. As we go through this video series, just pick whatever you gravitate towards. There are no mistakes. So back to our list. Let's dive into the first category, which will be our main topic for the remainder of this video: music. As the prolific music artists that they are, BTS have released a ton of singles, EPs, albums, and compilations of their music over the years. Besides the great songs, the stunning visuals, and the killer music videos, BTS have also maintained a narrative from one album to another that has developed and matured over the years just as they have. The first 3 albums, and Special Edition, are considered the school trilogy and deal with the struggles of youth, dreams, love, and happiness. The next album is considered a standalone album and elaborates on the struggles of young love. The Most Beautiful Moment in Life era, also known as Hwa Young Yun Hwa, or HYYH, is a series of albums that illustrate how the start of young adulthood is a time in which great beauty coexists with great uncertainty. The Wings era was symbolized by the difficulties of temptation and agonizing over hardships, but also full of themes of warm consolation and hope. The Love Yourself era was a 3-album exploration of what it means to love yourself before loving others, with the message that loving yourself is where true love begins. And finally, the Map of the Soul era delves into the concepts of self-identity, drawing on the theories of famous psychoanalyst Carl Jung to break down the human psyche, and which BTS then used to reflect on their own journey. BTS have also released a lot of Japanese music throughout their career. Some of these are re-releases of music originally sung in Korean, but there are some original Japanese songs as well. In terms of albums, here are the 4 albums that BTS have released. And then in blue, here are the singles that BTS have put out. Some of them, based on the similar name, are going to be the Japanese re-releases of the Korean songs. Outside of that, BTS also have an original soundtrack to their name, which in addition to some beautiful instrumental music, also has 4 original songs. Dream Glow, A Brand New Day, and All Night are subunit songs with a unique combination of BTS members and a collaborative artist. And Heartbeat is a song featuring all 7 of the members, and which also has a beautiful music video you can find on YouTube. I think right about now, you probably want to ask me, Yami, why does BTS have an original soundtrack? Well, that would be because it was made for a mobile game called BTS World that was released in June of 2019. It's available on both Apple and Android if you're interested, and it's technically free to download and to play, but you can also purchase things in-game if that appeals to you. Alright, moving on. Did you know BTS also have a SoundCloud? Because they do, and it's full of goodies for you to enjoy in addition to everything I've already listed so far. For example, the mixtapes that some of the members have released are all available for listening on there, though you could also Google the mixtape names and find the free download links that BTS provided. Have I mentioned that these mixtapes are free? Because they're free. It's amazing. Other things you can find on the SoundCloud include solo songs that the members have released, also free, also released purely for fan enjoyment, some collaborations and subunit songs that they have done, and endless covers, remixes, and anything else that pops into their mind to post. It's honestly a treasure trove. As you might have already guessed, BTS have their own YouTube channels. The first is technically the general Big Hit YouTube channel, which showcases BTS as well as all their other artists. On there, you will be able to find all of BTS's music videos. The second channel here is solely dedicated to BTS, however, and on here, you can find the music videos along with audio playlists of all songs from every album. Just a note, there are plenty of other things you can find on this YouTube channel, but we're just going to focus on the music for now. BTS have also had the pleasure of collaborating with a bunch of other artists from all over the world. Here are just some highlights of the music they've produced since 2015, but please keep in mind that this list is not exhaustive. You might well find other songs that I have not been able to fit here. To help you find these, here are the names and participating artists of each song, along with the year in which that song was released. By the way, just a quick note on the common music streaming platforms where you can find BTS music. Unfortunately, I can only speak to the platforms I am familiar with as someone who lives in the US, so please note that this list might differ depending on the country or region in which you live. However, I hope this list can at least help you get started. If you are someone who likes to see the big picture and make sure you've not missed any hidden gems, you might be wondering, where can I find a list of BTS's discography? In which case, here are at least 4 sources that should cover most of it. We have a fandom wiki maintained by a group of very resourceful ARMYs, 2 Wikipedia pages, and 1 discography page that is actually maintained by Big Hit, though it might not be as extensive as the other wiki pages. As BTS music is predominantly sung in Korean, Okay, and Japanese. Okay, and occasionally English. You might find yourself wondering if there is a way you could understand the music better. Whether if it's because you don't speak Korean, or simply because you enjoy watching behind-the-scenes stuff, I have just the resource for you. VLive. If you're not familiar with it, VLive is a South Korean live video streaming app for Korean celebrities to connect via video and live chat with fans. It's available and easiest to use on your phone. The app is available on both Apple and Android, but you can also go to the website and use it that way as well. Anyway, BTS use this app a lot to live stream and talk with ARMY about any topic, ranging from casual things like how their day is going, to more music-focused conversations where they explain the behind-the-scenes of a song or album that was recently released. Just a warning though, VLive is notoriously difficult to navigate for archived videos like these VLives, so do your best to search the names that I'm displaying here, and if you still can't find them, just drop a question in the comments and I or another fellow ARMY will do our best to help you find what you're looking for. Another thing that BTS like to do on VLive is stream live shows surrounding an upcoming album or song that's about to be released in order to promote it. By the way, the K-pop term for a new music release is a comeback, and it just means the artist is coming back with new music for fans to enjoy. So here are 3 comeback lives for the last couple of albums that BTS have done on VLive. Searching these names should help them appear, but again, please feel free to reach out in the comments if you need help finding them. Another thing that might be handy for you if you happen to be a non-Korean speaker is the work done by fan translators, who provide a free service to anyone interested by taking their time to translate song lyrics from Korean to English. I've shown 3 of the biggest translators I know, but there are plenty of others that you can find on both Twitter and YouTube. And then finally, you are always welcome to check out the series that we do on our ARMYverse channel called Army Review, in which we are going through all BTS albums in chronological order and analyzing the song lyrics and musing on our interpretations of the music. We are by no means the final word in how you should interpret or understand a BTS song, but I'd like to think we provide some entertaining discussions. Well, that's it. That's all I have for you to help you on your journey discovering BTS music. To recap what we discussed in this video, we covered BTS's Korean and Japanese releases, their original soundtrack for BTS World, their treasure trove of music on SoundCloud, their albums and music videos on YouTube, common music streaming platforms you can find BTS music on, their discography, the VLive app and its archive of behind-the-scenes footage and comeback videos, fan translations of BTS lyrics, and ARMY review videos here on ARMYverse. I have done my best to make this video spoiler-free and deliberately vague, so that you could point yourself in the direction that interests you the most, and then wander off to explore the wonderful music of BTS all on your own. The world is your oyster, dear baby ARMY, so I hope you enjoy your journey as you discover BTS. P.S. In the next video, we will cover BTS performances, so get excited.